but I don't see it. And looking at Boss Man is already washed up. That fight is over. You can't come. There's too many things, and I'll close for real this time. There's too many anchors dragging him down. Nobody believes him anymore. It's an anchor. All his policies is on the rocks. He done messed up everywhere he goes. Everywhere. And then if he have the wind blow one way, he'll have a feeling and he'll run off and leave you without even saying, okay, I'm running off, y'all. Do the best. He just run off and leave you. Where's Boss Man? Well, I see 50 million people over there coming to get me. Boss Man, he got hollering and sending smoke signals. Boss Man gone. And everybody see him when he leave because they saw him when he came. I don't see how it's going to come out any better than it is. So remember the institution of Bey'ah. This is not a person, this is an ideological, kind of easygoing Bey'ah. You know, and so we'll, next week, if somebody need more information, but this is not the type of Bey'ah that everybody gave to the sheikh and then they run off and leave. Boy, they cold. To me, it's no problem. Because when I left the United States in 1971, I already knew the rule. Ain't nobody, you going by yourself. That's why it never was any, but the Black Panthers and everybody else, Black Power, where's everybody? We're over here with no money. I didn't tell them. I said, if you wanted money, you should have brought it with you. So before you got on the plane or whatever, you should have robbed a bank and then got away or did something. I took money with me and left money all over. So it wasn't bad. I'd enjoyed, but they didn't enjoy it. In fact, I think the money I left them in Algeria, when I looked at some of the pictures and stuff, they used that money to leave Algeria. Because everybody now, they had money, they wanted to leave all the time. And then they'd have to lie behind. The Arabs was treating us. I said, them Arabs is funny acting, but they were sure treating y'all right. And plus, y'all was knocking over Arab girls with niqab on. So they didn't know what that was. All they knew is, say, you niggas is lucky, man. You lucky. You just lucky, man. And so I thank Allah for all of this. This is a great opportunity. But we're headed on somewhere else now, and it's higher. Each level it will be higher than the last. So we have to be happy with evolution. Are there any questions or any comments or any stuff like that? I think I just mentioned that. I think it's just bull crap. Number one, you just look at history. They had to have something between the U.S. and Russia for them to both justify their arms race. And so all of my life, if you was on one side. So if you from Nicaragua, you would go join the Reds, you know. And all the other crooked countries, they would join the freedom-loving America. I don't know how America can use that term freedom-loving, but they use it and they don't, their mouth don't puff up or nothing. I mean, you know, they don't, you know, niggas, the nose ought to get longer. You know, was that Pinocchio, the boy Eli? Theirs just stay the same size. And I be thinking if a nigga lie that much, his mouth gonna puff up on him, his tongue gonna choke him. But they just spray something on it and lie, and it don't bother nobody. The point is, we'll talk about that subject in a little bit more depth. But with Russia, China, Iran, and other countries, I think the U.S. gave away its ability to remain in the driver's seat. After Russia crumbled in the early 90s, the U.S. is a unipower in the world. They had a chance to do all the good they wanted. Instead of that, they just invaded everybody, got everybody killed, and set everybody up. And they're paying the cost. It does intrigue me that we read this in history, we read it in Quran, Hadith, and Bible. It's all there over and over and over again. And they just rolling right on. So, to us, it's a great period to be alive right now. It's a great period, but it's also, it's not like we owe history or we owe our people, but our people, they just didn't get a chance. So why not do for them? Remember, even in Islam, if a person can't go to Hajj, right, you can go for them or you could send them, right? Okay. A lot of the things, I'm not stretching the boundaries of Islam, but if the world is trapped in a long historical process, how much of it is their fault and how much of it is the shaitan just laughing at them? And we could see the shaitan just laughing at them. Look at them niggas there. Look at these white folks. Because see, everybody's crazy. The white folks is just crazier than the Negroes. Because, of course, now this white folks so poor it's unbelievable. But it's not unbelievable. It's just like they just didn't expect it to happen to them. And they really configured it right now. Hey, man, they living in those homes and they living on the street and they living, and a generation ago, 2 generations ago, if you're white, you're all right, you know. And that don't mean nothing, you know. It never did mean nothing, but they were suckers. They were just, hey, man. So technically, we have compassion for all the people that's been misled. We just got that out for shaitan. So I say let's jump on those shaitan so he stop picking on people, you know. Yeah, I hope that makes sense, but that's all I got to say on that about Russia and all. We'll talk about that next go round. But Russia, They got something going on in Syria now. They're supposed to be trying to break everybody out of the penitentiary in Syria. That stuff is a bunch of jive. Some of it is, that's they people, you know. The world is so messed up is because the Zionists is running the world. And they don't consider nobody else as human beings but them and a few of them. So they running everything. So let's choose somebody to whoop on. We're going to whoop on those Zionists. He just pick on weaklings. He picks on weak people. That's all. He can't fight. He ain't bad. You know. Okay. Any more questions? Okay. We'll take up the great Russia next go round. But all in all, everybody has got more sense right now than Boss Man in America. And Boss Man hands, and he tried to rally the Europeans, and everybody said, "Man, we got enough. Hey, man, we ain't into that. You know. Well, you Germans, you stop buying gas from those Ruskies." So, well, boss man, you got a little bit of gas for the same price. You know how cold it gets here in Germany? Y'all get cold up there in America. But we get cold all over Germany. Everywhere is cold. And all that gas, you know that kerosene heat? Boy, it feels nice. I'm telling you, it's different than other electric heat. So I could imagine how the Germans feel happy with that gas heat. Man, it just be warming you up. It warm up to your bone. That other old surface heat, little old electricity, dumb stuff, it ain't nothing. So America is telling them, y'all tell them Ruskies where they can get off at. And they said, well, next summer we'd be happy to tell them in the springtime. And we'll hold on to that position all the way to October, November. But after that, hey, man, they our own boys, because, right, all this stuff is going on in America telling everybody, you do right for what we want. And we ain't going to give you nothing for it. And anything you got, we're going to take it from you. And I'll close with this. What is some deal they made, them submarines, 2-3 months ago? With their best friends. They cut their best friends' throat. And the people can't get them submarines to for like 100 years. You can't make them things overnight. Hey, man. And they think them white folks is going to go along with that. Hey, man, we ain't down with that. And as far as Russia, we don't want to be bothered with them. Okay, any more questions? Oh, man, Boko Haram and all them people. These people, imagine now, you said it right. The people that they come up with are so cruel. It's cruelty. It's not, as if Africa don't have no no problem. So they're going to kidnap all the girls and keep them till I don't know when, and then let a couple of them go. Those people are AFRICOM, but AFRICOM in religious sense, they all over there. Africa that needed unity, it'll be 1,000 years before they, not 1,000 years, but they just easy to divide. Like Negroes, like all poor people, that's why they hate China. China slid up on them. We used to talk about it here, look like they're doing the Chinese laundryman. Oh, bossy, bossy. Oh, that was Deng Xiaoping. Oh, bossy, bossy. And he told them, just keep on. And when they got over, they just said, no, we ain't going to do that no more. We feel proud of ourselves. Then the U.S. is mad.